Hello, my name is Ed Odom. I'm a Senior Solutions Engineer with RingCentral. Today we're going to talk about how call coverage is accomplished within RingCentral's MVP application. Sometimes call coverage is referenced as boss secretary features, sometimes it's considered executive admin features. Within the RingCentral MVP application, there are several ways of which we can accomplish this. One is called call permissions, the other called delegation, and then there's ring groups. Each has its own different nuances, but today we're going to focus particularly on call permissions. For the purpose of this demonstration, Amy Stevens will be the executive and Arturo Sandoval will be the admin. So on the far right, we see this is Amy Stevens, the executive, and this is her MVP application on the desktop, the PC application. We see under phone, we see that there are the different options such as call history and voicemail, but more importantly, what we're looking at now is her HUD, which is the heads up display. Within heads up display is where you can have your extensions, you can have your park locations, and other features that we could talk about at a later time. I'm going to look at extensions and I see that this is, she also has have multiple people of which she can monitor their lines, and including Arturo. But Arturo, being the admin, when I now go into his phone and again go into HUD, look into his extensions, and I see that one of the several people he's monitoring is Amy Stevens. I can see Amy, he can see Amy Stevens' presence, seeing that Amy is available. Because Arturo is mobile, but yet still needs to and is required to cover Amy Stevens' calls. He also have the Ring Central mobile client on his Android phone. Once you look at his Android phone and go into heads up display, you also see that his the same multiple lines that's on his PC application. And he has Amy, um, the presence also on his Android mobile phone. Let's make a call and see how all this works. So now a call is coming in to Amy. I see now that on the PC client, it's ringing um, on Arturo and it says to Amy Stevens, so he can tell that the call is coming in for Amy and on his mobile client. Right now, we're going to pick it up on his PC client. I'm going to go and mute so it doesn't echo. And I see that Arturo now has picked up the call for Amy Stevens. It says on behalf of Amy Stevens. That's important because he knows that this call that he picked up was on behalf of Amy. And now, naturally he has several options. He can take a message. He could transfer it to voicemail if necessary. But most importantly, he wants to let Amy know if she's available that he has a call for her. He could transfer it back to Amy, but I think one of the more efficient ways to do it is to park the call. So once he goes into park, he already has some predefined park or pre-configured park locations, and one of them is called Amy Stevens. Could have called it whatever he wanted to, but he wanted to make sure he knew this particular park location was for Amy. So now he's going to take that call and park that call. It says now that the call is parked at location Amy Stevens. So now he has the ability, he can text Amy to let her know that he has a call for her, or he can message Amy and let her know that there's a call for her. Amy now at this point, she knows that Arturo has a call that's parked for her, and she goes into park locations of which she has one park location, and she see that there's a call parked there, as Arturo told her. She now goes pick up current call, and that call now is on Amy's desktop application, and she is receiving that call.